Hi, this is the Business Guy. In this video, we're talking about equity stripping. That is stripping the equity out of property so that when somebody sues you, there won't be anything of value left to take. We're going to show you how to do it properly, because when done properly, it works, and it's an excellent method as an additional tool in your asset protection arsenal. And if you appreciate this information, please help me out by clicking the like button so YouTube promotes the video. Thanks so much. And you can also click the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that when more videos come out like this, you'll be up to date right away. Let's go ahead and take a look at some illustrations now. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at how this looks on a grand scale and what we do with that lien in case that lien is challenged. And we have a solution when that lien gets challenged, and this is what most providers don't talk about. We will cover that so we can cross the finish line and make the equity stripping portion of this asset protection plan effective. So again, we put each property into a separate land trust. We make the beneficiary of each land trust an LLC, so you have the lawsuit protection and asset protection. Here's your personal residence here. It's in a land trust only. Next, we set up an LLC. A lot of times this will be inside of an international asset protection trust, and it'll be an international LLC. And that LLC will record individual mortgages against each property for about 90 to 95% of the total equity in the property. So when you do have an existing equity stripping line of credit against your property that's payable to a company that you're associated with, here's what we need to do to transfer that lien to the third-party lender. First of all, we need to have the lender, if you're the manager of the LLC that has the lien, what we do is we prepare an assignment of promissory note to the new third-party lender, and then we provide an assignment of mortgage or assignment of deeded trust to the new lender, and that's recorded in the public records. And of course, for this to be legitimate and legal and look right in the eyes of the court, we will have an appraisal. It can even be a drive-by appraisal. We'll have to see a title report. So all those things will be in order. There's a disclosure document to sign, so you have full disclosure. So that way things are done officially and properly, and it looks right in the eyes of the court. So what do we do if you get a really mean litigant that's willing to go the extra mile? Here's what we do. So that somebody won't challenge that lien as invalid and show there's no money that has changed hands and so on. We don't want the courts to do that. If they start sniffing around and start asking about the company that holds the lien and who owns that company and so on, and they're willing to spend a lot of money to pursue you, here's what we do. What we do is we get a third-party lender, and we do have third-party lenders who will purchase these liens, and we put the proceeds from these mortgages into an international asset protection trust. Typically, the money will go to this offshore LLC, and this offshore LLC is inside this asset protection trust. And that's typically an offshore trust, okay? So these equity lines of credit that are recorded against these properties are now monetized, okay? So somebody purchases these mortgages, and they put the proceeds from these mortgages into your LLC that's in an international account within your asset protection trust. How does it protect it? Well, watch our offshore trust video, our Cook Islands trust video, and that'll show you exactly how that protects it. Because at that point, you have our offshore trustee/law firm step in to protect you, and the local courts don't have jurisdiction over our law firm in the Cook Islands. So they work on your behalf to protect your money. I think we've set up more Cook Islands Trust than anybody in the world by far, and we use them as the strongest asset protection tool. Why? Because it simply works. It takes the assets out of the control of the local lawyer that's trying to take your money away from you. Now again, when we monetize these equity lines of credit, this third-party lender purchases the mortgages and then puts the proceeds into your offshore trust or inside the company here that's inside of your offshore trust. Our trustee can step in. For more details, again, see our video on Cook Islands Trust, how that portion works. So the missing piece of the puzzle that most providers don't do is that step number 2. So first of all, there's an unfunded equity line of credit payable to an LLC that you're associated with. An LLC, preferably in an international asset protection trust, records an equity line of credit against each property. And then, if needed, we have a third-party lender that will purchase those mortgages and put the proceeds from those mortgages into your international trust. Now, keep in mind, this is not money you'll be able to run away and spend, because that would be too risky for the lender. But it does show the judge these liens are now owned by a company that you're not associated with, and you've received the bona fide proceeds. See how that works? Now, once you sell the property or you refinance the property through a traditional bank, then the money is yours. And if you like, you can put that money into your international asset protection trust structure. So the big piece of the puzzle that is missing from most equity stripping strategies is that step 2, getting the third-party lender who will purchase the mortgage and put the proceeds into an international asset protection trust. That's how to make equity stripping work, and that's what we do. So go ahead and call us if you'd like more information on exactly how to do this. Again, equity stripping is one piece of an overall strategy. So if you want the whole picture and you want it tailored to your particular needs, you can go ahead and give us a call, speak to one of our attorneys or consultants, and we can walk through your situation step by step and tailor a plan just for you. So if you have questions, give us a call. I hope you've enjoyed this information on how equity stripping works and step number 2 and how it can be a very effective part of your overall asset protection strategy. Please click like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. This is The Business Guy.